Before this video starts, I would like to give credit to Trent Stevenson. Trent helped me by explaining some things that confused me about the game and its agenda. If he had not asked me to do this video, I probably would have never done it. I'm currently working on another video some subs asked for. If you would like me to do one of your favorite games, type it in the comments and I'll take a look at it. With that said, I hope every single one of you enjoys the video. Kratos, God of War, someone who can easily rip this tree from the ground with his own hands. A god known for his unbelievable strength has trouble cutting this tree down. Hold on now, that was not the length of that tree you cut down. Where's the rest of it? I didn't see Kratos minimizing the size of the tree once he cut it down. In an area like this, where it's snowing all the time, would mean that these trees are unable to be lit on fire with sparks so quickly. Atreus, I'm sure you can see that knife is extremely hot. Why did you grab the knife without something that'll prevent you from getting burned?
What are we hunting?
You are hunting deer.
Which way?
In the direction of deer.
This ain't a sin, but I promise I didn't make this game. Somehow the devs implemented my sense of humor into Kratos. Let's talk about these routes Kratos can or can't jump to. In the previous games, Kratos was able to jump much further distances than this game. He was even able to double jump. This game completely nerfed that because the tree is can't. Now we have to implement even more puzzles that we'll see later in the game. This troll literally appeared out of nowhere. It made no noise considering how big it is, and it just took off full like he's about that light. Let's talk about the trolls in this game. We constantly keep fighting trolls. This is the first fight if you even call it that.
That's where you get!
Atreus, he's dead. Kratos just went through all that so you can tough it out when the troll is dead. He's nothing to you. Last time I checked, he sent your little ass flying like tossing a paper ball in a basket.
I told you something was different about the forest.
And I told you not to speak.
But why would a fire troll burn Mother's garden? And since when are Draugr so close to the house? And what was that frozen thing that attacked them?
My goodness, can you be quiet for 1 second? Just 1 second. Throughout this whole entire game, I never saw a character talk so much. Maybe that's an ability of his. Talk someone to death. As Kratos goes inside, we see no table. Before, we saw a table right in front of the entrance. Nobody moved it, so what happened to it? The devs probably thought no one was going to notice.
Just tell me what I want to know. No need for this to get bloody.
Thought you'd be bigger. But you're definitely the one. Long way from home, aren't you?
What do you want?
Oh, you already know the answer to that.
Well, he doesn't even know you. Therefore, how could he know the answer to that? But this is prolonging the game because it's not time to announce that Kratos' dead wife is the one Baldur is looking for.
Tell me what I want. Pain stops.
You know, you could have asked where is Faye. Kratos would have told you she was cremated the moment you arrived at his house.
When Odin sent me here, I just needed answers, but you had to act all proud.
You literally started banging on his door looking for trouble by starting a fight.
I'd hope that you, of everyone I'd faced, would finally make me feel something, but you can't.
Now, even I knew we were going to see Boulder again. There was no way a foe as strong and as fast as Boulder died this easily. I played way too many games to be fooled by this. I love how these markings appeared out of nowhere when what caused this ledge was Kratos' fight with Boulder. These markings shows the right path to where you need to go, but for some reason we have these markings with the same painting and symbols as the others.
They're food. Draugr, they're supposed to be dead. But people, they're trying to survive too.
Okay, and you're going to tell me you'll let them kill you because they're trying to survive?
There's the mountain! Let's go!
Not yet.
It's fine. See?
You know, when Kratos is locked and can't move because of a cutscene, you know something is about to happen. I'm surprised Atreus was foolish enough to test a wooden bridge. I understand he's just a kid who took his first life, but didn't Kratos told him to close his heart to danger because they will not feel for him?
Your heart to their desperation. Close your heart to their suffering. Do not allow yourself to feel for them. They will not feel for you. You were right.
Say, you must be smart or something, boy. You're a boy, aren't you?
Even Brock has to make sure a kid identifies himself as a boy.
Say, you're not gonna believe me, but that axe you got, it was me what made her. Me and my brother. Was one of our best. So don't let nobody else go work on her except for us two.
How convenient. Brock and his brother Sindri are the only two dwarves in this game, and they're the ones who made the axe. But Brock just said not to let anyone else work on it. There's no one else in the game to work on the axe. If the axe was made for Faye, why was it made to an incomplete standard? Why not make it as powerful as it can be? I know why. The game has to be made into an RPG kind of game.
He doesn't. He's my friend.
The boy was following my command.
Then help fix this. Hold here, please. Hold, I said. He's losing blood. The last of his kind in all the realm, and you shoot him.
It's funny how Freya says it's the last of his kind when in a little bit we'll see more boars that remarkably look like this boar's kind. But hold on, you want to be upset about animal cruelty? Let me remind you that you live under a giant turtle. Let me remind you that you will be lighting a fire under that giant turtle.
I also need lamb's cress. Do you mind? It's a white petal flower in my garden. Just a handful.
The almighty Kratos being sent to fetch some flowers.
Then we are leaving.
Wait. Not without thanks. You want solitude? This mark will hide you from those who might make your journey difficult.
Well, that's a little odd, since the moment Kratos and Atreus continue their journey, they'll be interrupted by plenty of foes that are looking to end them.
Burn.
I have to ask, from the size of the world serpent, the force it makes to rise up is enormous. How is it that the boat they're on doesn't tip over? Now, this is one of the biggest disappointments from this game. I was hoping to fight giant bosses such as this, but what we got was a bunch of trolls with different elements such as ice and fire giants.
Stay back, boy.
Ugh. What is that?
We must find another way up.
The witch! Wish she was here. Bet she could get us past this.
My magic is useless against the Black Breath, and there's no way around it.
Freya, do you have some sort of camera watching these two? If not, how did you appear at the exact moment Kratos and Atreus arrived at the Black Breath?
I was busy, saving my friend, if you remember.
You weren't that busy. When Kratos and Atreus left their home, you could have stopped them and told them that there will be a Black Breath that would stop them from continuing their journey. It's only due to plot demands that you're aiding them now.
Follow me.
Why help us?
Maybe I see more of myself in you than I'm willing to admit. Maybe by helping you, I'll make up for a lifetime of mistakes.
How in the world will helping these two get through the Black Breath could make up for what you did to your son? I just don't see how they correlate.
You know, we actually talked to the World Serpent.
No, you did not. You've seen the World Serpent and he opened up the path to where you needed to go. That doesn't mean you spoke to it.
Think you can spot the light? I can barely see it. Something's wrong. See that column of light on the horizon? It's housed in the heart of a ring temple. We'll find what we need there. No. Damn it, not yet.
What's happening?
To restore the Bifrost magic, you must step into the light. But be very careful not to get...
You know, Freya, you should be much wiser than this. This is the second time she conveniently forgot to mention crucial details. She knew she wouldn't be able to reach other realms because she cannot leave Midgard. She said so herself.
You talk like you're not coming with us.
I'll try, but measures were taken to keep me trapped in Midgard.
Why?
The gods don't care for me much.
Father?
Yes.
The voices I heard, it was hard to make out, but way in the back I'm pretty sure I heard Mother.
That is not possible.
But I know what I heard.
Atreus, enough.
Kratos, you're a god. You've killed many gods before. You witnessed the craziest beings capable of the most insane attributes and abilities. You've killed Ares, god of war, Poseidon, god of the ocean, Hades, god of the damn underworld, and here you are saying it's impossible for Atreus to hear the voice of his mother? Are you in denial? Because I would have liked to know more. At this point, nothing would surprise me anymore. I love the plot armor Atreus has. It would have made the game much more challenging if Atreus was able to be killed. Therefore, you'll lose and have to restart. But no, the devs wanted to make it easier for the players. The weakness of these enemies is way too damn obvious.
Stay here.
But I want to
Stay here. Only use it as a last resort.
That axe is taller than him. How do you expect him to use it when he could barely hold it, not to mention swing it?
No! No! What have you done? Why did you do that?
I saved you! You were trapped in there! I waited, but you wouldn't come out! So I pulled you out!
Boy, I was gone only...
I had to give a merit to Atreus. He killed all these enemies by himself and he's just a kid. It'll be interesting to see a fully trained Atreus. Why did Kratos have to power up the bowstring when Freya already did that?
He once ventured deep into Niflheim for a whetstone of all things. Huh. I bet that was quite the whetstone.
Does this story have a point?
Yes, it does. I just happen to have an entry stone to Fafnir's storeroom.
You know, you could have just said that you have a stone that could aid these two in a very beneficial way.
I think I see how this works. The claw's on one side, and if we get this unstuck...
Atreus, how about you don't touch anything? That way you'll be alright and the game won't have us doing extra work. Now this is what I call a boss battle. I had enough of those trolls. -1 sin. So are the devs mistaking Kratos for Cronus now? Is Kratos the god of time? Somehow Kratos knew that the dragon was going to fall with his mouth open on that exact spot.
Yeah, he said you lost your talent.
Oh, and that I'm selfish. No, I'm sure that I...
Sindri appears to be a modern woman, taking out all kinds of things out of the purse. Things that can't be explained to how it fits in the purse.
Yeah, I am not touching that. Just hold it out.
Sindri, you're wearing gloves, and those gloves are extremely dirty. For a germaphobe character like you sure seem pretty unclean to me.
That sounds like the same man who came to our house. You said you killed him.
Actually, Kratos did not say that. He said he did what needed to be done.
Did you kill him?
I did what had to be done.
Kratos, next time, don't be so vague.
Where would they go next? Why would I know that?
Oh, that's because you're the god of knowledge and wisdom, Odin's advisor. You should know everything in all of mankind, but due to plot demands, you cannot know everything Kratos seeks because that would be too easy.
Tell me where they are, and I'll talk to Odin.
Baldur, why are you searching for Kratos in the trees? The reason you arrived at their door was because Odin sent you to search for Faye.
Take your threats. Take these two worthless wankers and piss off.
When no one's looking, we'll be back for your other eye.
Modi, that's Mimir you're talking to. He knows what's gonna happen, therefore he knows you're full of shit.
The boy's mother is dead. She wished her...
She wanted us to spread her ashes on the highest peak in all the realms.
Oh, then you've come to the wrong place, little brother. The highest peak in all the realms is not here in Midgard. It's in Jotunheim, realm of the giants.
If Faye wanted Kratos and the trees to spread her ashes at the highest peak, why didn't she say the highest peak is in Jotunheim? Why say it's in Midgard when that is not true?
Brother, in case you can't resurrect me, there's something you need to know. Boy, the longer you wait to tell him his true nature, the more damage you do. He will resent you, and you may lose him forever.
Not only that, but Atreus will become incredibly ill, and what would prevent that is that Kratos revealing to Atreus that he is also a god. But Kratos will wait until the last minute, of course.
There's much about me I would not have him know.
You sure about that? Well, for now, this ain't a sin, but I'll remind you about it later.
So you value your privacy more than your son, eh?
I'm going to cut off your head now.
This, my friends, is the mindset of a liberal.
Oh, can you bring a head back to life?
I'm not sure I understand what... Wait. Where did you get those? The arrows. Give them to me, now.
They were a gift.
Do as she says, boy.
These arrows are dangerous. They're wicked. You find any more, you destroy them, understand? Do you understand?
None of them questions Freya on her out-of-control fear all of a sudden. Also, Freya somehow missed the tip of the mistletoe arrow strapped to Atreus' bag.
Mimir? You there?
Yes.
Good.
Oh.
Freya, that alone was disgusting. But your reason is questionable. You despised Mimir because he convinced you to marry Odin. But at the end of the day, you're the one that married Odin.
Forgive me. Had I known the witch in the woods was Freya herself, I never would have suggested this.
Freya? The goddess Freya?
You didn't know either? Sorry.
When word gets out that Mimir is free, the wrath of Odin won't be far behind.
You are God.
Leader of the Vanir, once, yes. But no longer.
You did not think it important to tell me.
Kratos, she does magic only a god can do. She showed you how to travel through realms. She even revived Mimir. How much more do you need to realize she has godlike abilities?
Aye, Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
You're boasting of a god. Everyone has a weakness.
Not him, I'm afraid. Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
So how does Mimir not know that the mistletoe arrows are sort of a weakness to Baldur? My guess is if Kratos knew about the mistletoes, he would use it against Baldur immediately and kill him with the very first chance he gets. If so, nerfing Mimir's intelligence for this reason is undeserving and just flat out dumb.
Mimir, you never did tell me why Freya spit in your face.
Enough. No stories. Not while on foot. Our focus is the road.
Translation: we're aware of your confusion and your curiosity towards this, but we won't allow you to know just yet. Kratos would have realized Freya is Odin's wife and the plot did not demand it until it was time.
Why is he doing that?
Odin had that statue made in honor of Thor. And seeing as the world serpent absolutely abhors the fat dauber.
This is one of the few things that I don't understand in this game. It represented Odin and Thor as savages. It made them look abusive to their families. This ain't a sin yet, but details are on the way.
He's probably sick of looking at it.
But doesn't that hurt?
If you're implying on the chances of that serpent chewing a statue as a painful thing, he is chewing on it like bubblegum. Do you think he would continue to munch on that statue if it did hurt it?
I haven't seen new places to explore along the shore.
Where is this chisel?
Find me a boat, and we'll go from there.
Mimir says to find him a boat as if it's a difficult task. For some reason, there are abandoned boats literally everywhere. The devs didn't even bother to make the player search for it.
Mimir, you never did tell me why Freya spit in your face.
Well, she blames me in large measure for her present circumstances, and not totally without reason. It all goes back to the long war between the Aesir and Vanir. Prior to that, wars for the Aesir were easily won, but the Vanir had proved their equal and exacted devastating damage. Both sides suffered tremendous losses.
What is he talking about? This is what being vague for the sake of not being too informative sounds like. All Mimir had to say was he convinced Freya to marry Odin, which led to one of her deepest regrets.
He stepped between realms.
Okay, now shush. I need complete silence for this.
Sindri needed complete silence to tap on the handle of the axe one time. I think it's safe to say Sindri is the most pathetic character in this game. This is what I'd like to see. This fight was difficult, but extremely fun. Give me more of this and less trolls. -1 sin.
I'll kill you!
Atreus sounded like my niece when I ate her chocolate cookies. But that's not the sin. Atreus is not skilled in close combat. Yet he loses control and he thinks he's able to kill Modi with a pocket knife when Modi is on his guard.
Sickness. Fever has returned.
No! It hasn't.
Roy!
The coffin, the blood. The boy's sick, he needs Freya.
No!
Character knows something is wrong and needs aid, but refuses because she doesn't want to seem weak toward a superior cliche. Apparently, Magni's body is indestructible when he's dead.
Brain?
First of all, how did Modi get inside this place? Last time we saw him, he ran away from Kratos and Atreus. Ever since that, they used the boat to get here. But Modi will still need to go through the frozen door, which hasn't been opened until Kratos opened it himself. Super Saiyan version of God of War.
Get out of my head.
Arrogant character tells the other to get out of their head cliche. You know, I appreciate when the story gives the players a reason to why they were holding out on the best thing in the game. Kratos wanted to bury his past, including the Blades of Chaos. I'm not trying to make this into a merry video, but I have to give credit where credit is due. -1 sin. But we immediately have to sin this part because enemies approach as soon as the main character gets an upgrade cliche.
Take the shortcut back to the Realm Travel Temple, then on to Helheim, yeah?
The game holds the player's hand so they won't get lost.
Reek of foreign magic! Sweet Nana's nethers. What are those?
Brock, we're not in 2014 anymore. That annoying meme has been dead for a long time, no need to bring it back. I already mentioned and sinned the fact that this game is filled with nothing but troll boss fights. But for some reason, we fight this ice troll instead of that giant demon figure. What a missed opportunity.
Sorry, brother, I'm still stuck on what I heard back there. Zeus was your father?
You know, Mimir, you can't be called God of knowledge and wisdom if you don't know the basic things.
Help me prop him up. Did I tell you that I have a son, too?
Well, you did give him a mother's promise to keep Atreus safe.
I will keep him safe. That's a mother's promise.
Put 2 and 2 together, we pretty much figured that out.
Freya, I will not forget this.
Oh no, you're just going to pay her back by killing her son.
I had hoped to spare you. Being a god, it can be a lifetime of anguish and tragedy. That is the curse.
What sorts of things can I do? Can I fly? Or turn invisible?
Atreus is asking if he has all these abilities. Every ability he asked about are abilities Loki is capable of. Devs, can you get any more obvious?
Just because you hate being a god doesn't mean I have to.
More small passages.
I know.
Conveniently, there are always small passages for Atreus to go through. Kratos will always be too big to go through them.
The road stuff. It's lowering. What's going on?
Trap!
Father!
For some reason, Kratos has the strength to turn the direction of this thing. It's strong enough to take down giant trolls. Even later in the game, we see he has the strength to flip an entire temple. But he can't break free from this.
Oh. I can tell you a thing or two about family matters.
Let me guess. Your brother isn't as talented as you, and his work is junk.
Those things are accurate. Your point?
It's all you ever talk about, over and over. Do something about it or shut up already.
I see.
Yeah! We're sick of hearing about little people's little problems.
This is why I can't stand Atreus. Now that he knows he's a god, he thinks he can belittle anyone who is inferior to a god. From time to time, we saw his attitude growing more and more to the point he thinks he's superior towards everyone else. Later, he'll even mock his own mother. No one noticed how all of a sudden it became cloudy and thunder started storming as Atreus' arrogance sparked?
Let's have a look at your gear then.
Sindri, you actually helping them after Atreus made you feel like shit from doing nothing to him? I would have been like, go find Brock then.
Thor, blame me. Me. For what you did to Magni. My own father.
You know what? Let's talk about Thor. This game portrayed Thor to be an aggressive ruler who beats his kids. The woman such as Freya, a poor woman who married Odin so her people can be saved, but they were killed anyways. I love the feminism agenda in this game. The level of hypocrisy is so disgusting to me. Devs, keep politics out of the damn games.
Beautiful, isn't it? Why, I remember once... Brother, look out!
Oh, you thought you finally reached your destination peacefully? Guess again.
Let go!
Calm down, boy. You are not ready for this.
I am ready.
If you were ready, you wouldn't have lost control and took it out on your father. Seriously, just because you found out you're a god doesn't mean you're able to fight Baldur.
My family was fucked up. Oh, your father is right, boy. You are far from ready. Now would you be so kind as to hold this for me?
Explain to me how getting stabbed in the shoulder makes you unconscious. After all this, Atreus is still on this dragon. Shouldn't he fall off since he's not attached to anything and this dragon is flying at a very high speed? Somehow Atreus survives that.
No, I would never
Stay out of sight.
Listen.
You had no right.
I had every right. I am your mother.
You had no right, Rich. I can't taste. I can't smell. I can't even feel the temperature of this room. Feasting, drinking, women. It's all gone.
You'll never
Gone.
feel pain again. Death has no power over you now. You would rather die?
Did you really ask a man if he would rather die like any other mortal with the pleasure of eating, feasting like a king and sleeping with women than having those gifts taken away from him for immortality and untouchable abilities? What is the point of living if you can't enjoy anything?
Freya is his mother. Why did you keep this from us, Head?
Would you believe it slipped my mind?
No, but I could believe it was because the game didn't demand it yet.
I have a plan! Jump!
That was a nice plan, Trish. I mean, I could have thought of that, but okay. For some odd reason, this wooden bow isn't dissolving in the World Serpent's stomach acid. But now that we're here, the World Serpent is extremely long, right? Long enough to encircle Midgard. It would take weeks or months to get to the stomach of Jormungandr, but it seems they got to the stomach in minutes. I set some plot holes right now.
Hold tight and watch your balance.
Now, I don't know about you, but this boat definitely should have flipped over. Baldur was literally punching it so hard that the serpent was making earthquakes.
Boy!
Okay, I can see Kratos getting right back up because he's been through much worse. He has shown massive and impressive feats throughout the God of War games. But Atreus? He's a kid who hasn't fully developed much. How is it that he's not the least hurt?
I had a feeling that hurting the big snake would bring the two of you out in the open. Do you have any idea at all, what you have cost me?
My boy.
I have to ask, how is it that Boulder didn't notice her until she said my boy? I mean, she is no more than 5 feet from those two.
This again?
Let's talk about Boulder. This version of Boulder is a fraction of who he really is in Norse mythology. He is supposed to be taller, stronger, and look different with the appearance of a Thor lookalike. He doesn't look for trouble. Here in this game, he's a villain. In mythology, Boulder is so pure even light reflects off of him.
Freya said it was wicked.
He's more than harmed. The spell is broken.
He can be killed.
I'm certain of it. It's all coming back now.
Now he remembers.
Well, yeah, because the plot now demands Mimir to do so.
She's controlling that thing?
Stay out of it. I can reason with him.
Freya, Boulder has been hating and resenting you for the past century. There is nothing you can do to convince him to stop this fight against Kratos.
Protect him. I will not let him die.
Don't touch him. This will all be over soon.
There!
What was the point on doing the same thing as the Magma and Modifier, where you had to watch your surroundings when the camera was going to lock on Boulder in the first place?
I feel freezing.
You just got an accident trapezius and you're taking it if it's supposed to feel good. I get you wanted to be vulnerable and feel everything, but this is just being psychotic. Yeah, those arrows should have gone right through Baldur's body. But when you see his body, it's like arrows never pierced his body at all. This isn't a sin, but Devs just wanted to replicate what Anderson Silva would do to Conor McGregor. Change me back, he said. I want to feel everything, he said. I'll be fine, he said.
Boy? Well done, boy.
I have to admit, this part was flat out amazing.
I know.
What? No! Fuck!
With the strength Baldur has, why didn't he just snap Freya's neck?
I love you.
Why do you even care? You could have walked away.
But who's to say you won't try to come after them another time? How do they know you won't try to catch them by surprise? Freya would be dead, therefore no one would be able to warn them.
The Sigurians here must be better than this.
Says the one who killed countless gods and killed his own family. Come on now. Anyone that knows Norse mythology knows that Baldur will come back. This isn't a sin, but expect him in Ragnarok.
No, my boy! My dear sweet boy!
Freya. He chose this.
I will rain down every agony, every violation imaginable upon you. I will parade your cold body from every corner of every realm and feed your soul to the vilest filth in hell. That is my promise.
Freya says all this, but for some reason she lets those two walk away when she is capable of doing some crazy magic which can at least kill Atreus.
The death of a child is not something a parent gets over easily.
But he was gonna kill her.
She would have died to see him live. Only a parent can understand.
So you'd let me kill you?
If it meant you would live, yes.
Even if Atreus kills Kratos, I have no doubt he'll come back. Didn't Zeus kill Kratos in the second game and Kratos came back to life? Who's to say Kratos won't come back again?
Listen, the last thing you two need up there is a decomposing heat ruin in the moment. Why don't I wait for you here? This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to fight...
Oh look, Sindri and Brock out of nowhere because the plot demands. How convenient.
What are you doing?
I have nothing more to hide.
If that's the case, does he know that you were tricked into killing your family and you've been cursed to wear the ashes of your family forever? I don't think he's aware of that, which definitely contradicts your statement. Dramatic much?
I get that Mother was a giant, which makes me part giant and part god.
And part mortal.
Right. I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. My name on the wall. The giants called me... Loki?
Okay, I don't know if the devs thought they were going to surprise the players about this plot twist, if you can even call it that. Since the beginning, Atreus always lost control and lashed out. He's able to read languages only the giants can understand. He asks if he can shapeshift into multiple things. And he was the one who carried the mistletoe, which are the only weakness to Boulder. Unless you know mythology or even the slightest knowledge of it, this will not come as a surprise.
What was that?
The ball!
I have to admit, this is a pretty sick introduction to Thor. Does that mean that Thor is going to be the first boss fight in Ragnarok? I only wish they won't have politics in the next game. But let's be honest, companies nowadays are suckers for money.